Alright guys, here we are. I knocked off this little corner here to set up this platform. I'm going to hit it with the antler. It's more of a hammerstone platform, but it's not a huge flake. There's that guy. And now I'll probably hit this with the hammerstone just because it's a kind of a heavier, just taking off this little chunky zone there. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, or if the language I'm speaking in, most of you probably don't speak surfer, so I swear surfers are actually pretty smart people, but slang is everyone has their own unique slang, and surfers are definitely one of them. Okay, so here we are. All our major humps have been removed. We do have a problem here on this face that was naturally there, but real simple solution here. Remove more thinning flakes here, remove a few off of this face, and then a couple more off the top here. I'm going to turn this edge, and we're almost going to be done with it. And I might end up cooking this rock. I don't know, as taboo as it sounds, raw rock is kind of in. And as far as tools go, it depends what I'm going to make out of it. This is getting pretty small, so it'll probably end up being a arrow point, but I don't think it's going to be probably too big for one of my hunting points. Most of the hunting points I make are, at least the ones I like to put on my arrows, are out of flakes, because I'm not trying to make super heavy hunting points. Alright. Nice little flake off of there. Another one. I'm gonna brush this way, to get a platform to go here. So. I hope you guys are learning something from this. I enjoy working these little rocks, but I'm mostly doing this just so maybe some of you can learn some new techniques of how to attack your, stuff that some of you might just toss. I mean, if you're a lot of the really good nappers, have a lot of rock, because it's part of, might have to hit that with the antler. Which is funny, because usually it'd be the other way around. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna have to hit it harder. Man, these California hammerstones are not, actually that's not true, I was gonna say aren't cut out for this tough stuff, but our local material is about as tough as it gets for glassy chert. For those of you who've not heard of it, it's called Monterey chert. I'll make a video working some of that here. Once my abo technique gets a little better, I'll do it abo. Make a Halama side notch or something. Or an Año Nuevo, which is closer to where I'm at. So, style point. Stuff is a nightmare to work, that Monterey chert. Some of you might have heard of it before. Nice little flake. So with those flakes, if I didn't support them, they would just go straight down like that, but because I'm putting my finger here, when I hit it, the flake travels in between my finger and wraps. It's another reason you want to transition to freehand if you're, some people really enjoy napping off of the leg. I did it for years, but tell you what, it's at this point I only do it on big stuff that I need to support and early stage stuff if I don't have a glove. But I would take freehand any day, even on the big stuff. If I have a glove, I'll... So we technically have a biface right here. I guess you'd maybe, a preform would maybe be a better name because it is small. But yeah, we've got a piece here. Maybe I'll take a little flake off the base. Now this is a much sharper platform, so this is something that I get hit with this way too big. I'll choke up on it. I'm losing a little off the base, but it's okay with me. This antler's way too big for this job. I wish I had another one that was just as hard as that one, but my other antler that I really like is just a little too small, and so I mostly use it for a punch. Okay, so this is the point where if you want this thing to turn into an arrowhead, you need to start setting up some heavy thinning platforms. These ones are pretty low, but again, maybe with the antler, you know, I could remove a little bit off of there. But you really got to whale, and it's not that fun to have to do that. So I'd prefer to use a hammerstone and remove my thinning flakes that way. But I'll take a couple more off here. Blow my arm out swinging on this thing. I've been doing so much chipping, my body is like falling apart. Flint knapping is not easy on your body. I mean, it's partially a joke, but it's kind of true at the same time. I don't know, maybe that means I'm getting old. Some of you might cringe at hearing that though, because you might be much older than I am. Let's see where we're at. We're at 6 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna keep 7. I'm gonna keep thinning this a little bit more. Nice little platform there. That was a nice thinning flake. Went past the center. We've got a lot more thinning to do here at the nose. I really like this pretty color. Man, I'd like to keep some of that in the finished piece, since I'm not going to be making a tool that I'm going to use out of it. It's not really the best tool material, but it's also kind of chalky. I don't know, maybe I do have to get rid of it. It's just crumbling on me. There's a small flake, but it's really pretty. I love that honey color, that transition. It's like partially healed, so I don't know. Maybe I'll be able to keep a little bit of it. Nice little thinning flake. And like I say in a lot of my other videos, you know, like when you're knapping, don't get too caught up on the finished piece. Like in most of my videos, you'll probably see me break pieces, trying things, and just kind of pushing my own personal limits from time to time. And usually I do that because, one, I'm not doing this for a living, although I would love to be, and two, my motto is make them to break them, and three, I'm kind of more into taking nice flakes right now. Like, I'd rather nap and really be psyched on the flakes I'm taking. And obviously that ultimately will lead you to getting finishing stuff, but I want to get things really thin. I want it to be competitive with what I can do with copper, you know. And right when I transitioned over to doing abo a lot recently, I was having some huge breakthroughs with copper, and so it's been tough for me, for my ego especially, to stop when I have a chunky piece. And, you know, like, they just get smaller and smaller because I don't set my initial thinning platforms up heavy enough. But so this piece is getting down there, and I think I'm just going to take a couple more baby flakes here. We're at 9 minutes 30 seconds, so I'm going to turn it off. But first I'll show you guys where we're at. So here's a finished piece, or a biface. All I have to do for this is knock this edge down, strike into that, and I might even get a flake from across, have this one remove. But otherwise, we got a potential piece coming out of this. It's not that far off. So a little more thinning and a little bit of pressure, we're good to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna now hit on a monster piece of Georgetown and video that as well once I get space on my phone. Peace.